Hi guys, it's me, and I thought that I would create a little video for you guys to be able to follow along to, just a fun, energizing flow that most of you can follow along to with ease. And so if you want to follow along with me, just come back and get on your mat or a carpet or a hardwood floor or wherever you are and meet me on all fours. And I want you to take a deep inhale and exhale through your mouth. And on the next inhale, we're going to round in, nice cat and cow. Exhale, round your spine, gaze up, inhale in, and back out. And just take this at your own pace. A few more breaths. And on the next exhale, round your spine, tuck your toes, press into your hands, and slowly lift up into your down dog. And you can feel free to pedal out the knees here, walk in place, sway the hips from side to side, just get nice and loose in your down dog before we start moving. And on the inhale, take your right leg up in the air, spread your toes, and slowly, while bending the elbows and bending the knee to your forehead, hold it there. Nice rounded down dog plank, and gently step the foot to your right wrist and come up into your warrior two. And a few little tips I like to just remind people in warrior two: your knee shouldn't be over your foot. That can lead to knee problems, so just check out your knee, make sure you're just in alignment, arms are nice and straight, like you're reaching through them, gaze over your right arm, square your hips. And what I like to do in warrior two and in warrior one is I keep my feet planted firmly on the ground, but I like to try to draw my feet towards each other, if that makes sense, without actually moving them. Draw the muscles in your feet together. So try to slide your feet together without actually sliding them together, and you'll feel your inner and outer thighs engage. Sink nice and low. And on the inhale, we're going to come back into your reverse warrior. And again, don't put all your weight on your hand. Try to put as little so you could feel like you could lift this hand at any moment. So it's all in your obliques right here. And then come forward into your extended side angle. And again, don't just sit on your arm. Make it feel as if you could just gently lift it up whenever. Use your obliques to support you here. Come back up into your warrior two. And circle down. Step back into plank. Make your way through vinyasa, chaturanga, cobra or up dog, and then press back to down dog. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So left leg up, extend through your toes, slowly bend both your elbows and your knee to your forehead. Hold your nice down dog plank, and step it gently to your left fingers. Ground your right foot, come up into your warrior two. And just check in with yourself again on the other side. Just a reminder, let's see, make sure you're in alignment. You're nice and low, but your knee isn't over your foot. Your arms are straight and extending in both directions. You're gazing over your left fingertips. You're engaging your legs. You're not sitting in your stomach. Your core is engaged. And on the inhale, we're going to tip it back to your reverse warrior. And on the exhale, side angle pose. And then come back up into your warrior two. Cartwheel the hands down. Step back in your plank and make your way through another vinyasa. Cobra up dog. And use your core. Bring you back to down dog. Now I want you to drop your knees to the ground and take your right arm and extend it straight out in front of you, your left leg, and kick it back. Don't have your foot pointed, have your foot flexed. Here, I'll move up a little so you can see. So have your foot flexed and tuck everything in and back out and in. So you can make a nice ball. And back out, and in, and back out, and two more, all the way in, and back out, and in, and back out, but don't set it down. Now what you're going to do is you're going to turn your foot so it's facing the left, and you're going to kick it out like a fire hydrant and hold. And this is going to burn, and the higher you can get your foot, the better. So keep your foot up nice and high, and there you go, and kick it back and set it down. And now we'll do the other side. So extend your right leg into your left hand. Keep the core nice and tight and engaged. Bring everything into the center. And back out. And in. And out. And really tighten your core. And in. And out. 2 more. And in. And out. And your last one. In. Out. And don't set it down. Turn your right foot to the right. Kick it out. And hold. Lift your leg up nice and high. Kick it back. And set it all down. Come back into your child's pose. And press through the fingertips back to your down dog. And what I want you to do now is take your left foot, ground it, and step your right foot forward into your warrior one. Sink nice and low. And I want you to bring everything forward. And back up. We're just doing breaths of fire. And forward. And back up. And forward. And back up. And forward. And back up. And last one. And forward. And I want you to stay down and just hold. Again, using your front leg to help you out here. And I want you to plant both of your hands on either side of the foot. Now you're in your nice low lunge. And we're going to do dancing monkey. So I want you to hop switch, and hop switch again, and hop switch, and hop switch, and keep the foot where it is. Straighten your back leg. And I want you to bring your arms behind you. So now you're in your nice low lunge here with your arms extended behind you. And come up, let everything sink nice and down, and lift your arms all the way up. And now you're in your nice crescent pose. If the hands touch, that's awesome. If they can't touch, just work them towards straight. And then what I want you to do now is straighten everything out. And back down. And straighten. And back down. And straighten. And back down. And on this one, come back down. Step back into your plank pose. And we're not vinyasa-ing, so if you just want to go do chaturanga, up dog, down dog, you need to take your body off yoga autopilot because we're going to come into a side plank on your right side. So side plank, tip the top arm over, push up through your hips, come back into your normal plank. And what I want you to do is jump it forward, sit down, come back into everybody's favorite boat pose. And just hold. If you need to hold on to your legs, that's fine. If you want to keep your arms behind you because you have a bad back, that's fine too. But just holding your nice boat pose. I like to straighten my legs, but that's a little bit more advanced. So if you want to join me in having your legs straightened, go for it. But if not, just keep them nice and bent. And we're just going to lower. And lift for 1. Lower. Lift for 2. And these nice, slow, and controlled ones are a lot more effective than if you were just to crank out 50 fast ones. 10 slow ones always are going to beat 20 fast ones, in my opinion. And down for 6. And back up. And 7. And back up. And for these last 3, I want you to challenge yourself and straighten out your legs. And come down for 8. And back up. And 9. And back up. And 10. And back up and hold it. Drop the legs, but not all the way to the ground. Hold it, hold it, hold it. And bring your knees to your chest. And step it on back to your down dog. And again, you're going to ground your right foot, step the left foot forward to your left fingertips, come up into your warrior one. Get nice and adjusted here, sink down nice and low, gaze upward, and you're going to bring everything forward and back up. And again, forward and back up, and forward and back up, and twice more. Make sure you're sinking nice and low still and you aren't coming up in your legs. And last one down, and hold it. Try to get both shoulders inside this left leg, if you can, so you're not sitting in your shoulders. You're not sitting on that front thigh right now. You're using your left leg to hold you up. You should feel it burning. That means it's working. And then bring it on back to your low lunge. And we're going to do a couple more dancing monkey. So hop switch, and hop switch, and hop switch so your right foot's in front, then hop switch one more time, left foot in front, and just rock it front and back to get nice and situated. And then arms behind you, you're using your front leg to support your whole body. Slowly bring it on up, sink nice and down. Your right leg's nice and straight. Your left knee is now over your foot, and then bring it all the way up. And then just straighten the legs, and back down. Straighten the legs, and back down. Straighten the legs, and down, and bring it on back to your plank. And then we're going to do side plank on your left side. So tip it on over. If you're a beginner or you just are having some difficulty, you can come onto your knees if you need to. And again, arc the top arm over, lift up in your hips. You should really feel your obliques right now. And just remember to breathe. And now we just come on back to your plank. We're just going to hold plank for a couple of breaths. You can rock it back and forth if you want. You can dip your legs to the right and then all the way to the left, to the right, to the left, just for something fun to do. Again, side to side or front and back. And now just holding plank. And always keep a light expression on your face, especially when you're doing core work. And you're just going to take your right foot and lift it up in the air. Point the foot for a couple breaths. And back down. And left foot up. Point the foot. And back down. Right foot up and point. And down. Left foot up and point. And down. Right foot up and point. But this time bring it to your right. Bring your right foot to your right elbow. And back. And down. Left toes up. To your left elbow, and back, and down. Now we're going to come through a really slow vinyasa, so bend your arms nice and slow, elbows hug tight to your chest. This time everybody drop your hips down. Nice cobra pose. What you do now is lift up your hips so you're nice in a nice up dog, and then come up into your pointed plank with your toes pointed, and bring yourself back to your down dog, flipping one toe over at a time. And just breathe for a few seconds here. And I want you to step your right foot forward and bring your left foot up into standing splits. And if you want, you can have both hands on the ground. You can have your left hand on the ground and your right hand behind your right calf. It doesn't matter how high you can get as long as you're just doing your best and you can still breathe. And just hold it here. And everybody, both hands back on the ground, gaze upward, and I want you to bring your left foot and come to sit. Tuck your left knee behind your right foot. And then bring your left arm up and around your right knee so you can come and do a nice spinal twist. And from here, you're going to take your right knee over your left knee. So we're going to go Mukasana here, cow face. You can grab onto the toes. You can bring your hands behind you. You can put them in the air if you want, but I'm just going to hold on to my toes and lean forward. so I can get a nice opening through my hips here. And now for the fun part, if you've never done this before, it looks really cool. You're going to rock to your left, and you're going to come up, and you're going to pivot around and come back down in the same position, but this time your left foot, your left knee is going to come right over your right knee. And again, same thing, hands anywhere you want them to be. I like to grab onto the toes and fold forward. Virabhadrasana again, cow face. And come up, and this time step your left foot so it's outside of your right knee, right arm up in the air, come down and twist again, gazing behind your left shoulder, and this time we're going to come up on our left foot, we're going to come right back up into standing splits on our left side, and again you can have your hands on the ground. I like to keep my left hand behind my left shin and my right hand on the ground supporting me, and just breathe. Everybody hands on the ground, gaze up. We're going to step right back to our low lunge. And just rocking it back and forth, sinking the hips, stepping it back to plank. And our last vinyasa, slowly down, cobra or up dog. Bring it on back to down dog. Come to your knees. And come to a comfortable seat. If you want to do lotus, you can take lotus. I like to take lotus. I like to take my right foot and put it right in the hip crease, and then my left foot on top. And I like to have my hands on my knees, so it forces me when I press down into them to keep my back and my core nice and high. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your right hand, take your thumb and your ring finger, and you're going to put it over both nostrils. And I want you to press down so you're squeezing both your nostrils. So now I'm talking like this, and release the thumb, and take a deep breath through your right nostril while you're pressing into your left nostril with your ring finger. And at the top of your inhalation, I want you to take your thumb again and grab it, so now you're holding everything in. And on the exhalation, release your ring finger and breathe out through your left nostril. And while you're still holding your thumb on your right nostril, breathe in through the left nostril. And hold everything together. Put your ring finger back on there. Hold it in. And then exhale. Release your thumb. And inhale on your right nostril. Hold the top. Press everything in. Release your ring finger. Exhale through your left side. And one more time. Inhale through your right nostril. Press everything in. Release your thumb. Exhale through your left. Exhale through your right nostril. Give me my rights and left mixed up. Come back down, flip the palms up so you can be receiving energy for the day. And there you go. Thank you for joining my practice. I hope you liked it. Bye.